Our coverage of the NFL has brought us to Space City and NRG Stadium, right next to where the old Astrodome sits, here in Houston, Texas. Straight ahead, it's an AFC intra-conference contest between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Houston Texans. About halfway through the season now. Still a lot of ball to be played as we're off in Week 8. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10.
All right.
Now running here with Jaden Blue. And a nice little run there gets him 5. Second down upcoming.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
They go play action with Stroud. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Stroud now on 3rd. Got his man. This is Noah. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum. Keep that defense on its heels.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. Stroud off of play action. And he's marked down. Looks like at the 32-yard line. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And it'll be 1st down Houston. Offense to the line fast.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Up the middle, Blue. Stop was made, but not until he reaches that 17-yard line. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
17-yard line.
Going to the ground again on 1st. Well, no repeat success of that last run as he only is able to get back to the line on this play. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
Gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Back to throw, Stroud. Oh, he loses the football. And somebody's on it. Let's wait for the signal. Yes, it was recovered by the defense. Oh, man, looked like a big play touchdown. And instead, the defense steals it away on the fumble for the touchback. Cincinnati into formation. It's 1st and 10. Plowing up the middle. He's fighting for it, but will not get there. They stall the run out, and that's a safety. So they give away the lead on the safety, and now they're going to have to give away the football with a free kick. We'll take it from the 1. And he's going to get this up to the 26 before being taken down.
A gain of 24 yards. And the Texans, 1st down.
Browns to the line. 1st and 10.
Yard line.
Here we go.
They'll start the drive with blue. This one held up after just a couple of yards. That makes it 2nd down.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8.
Out to the right, out to the right. 118. Let's hurt.
A 3rd down run with blue. Pop behind the line here on 2nd down, which is only going to make things tougher for this 3rd down coming up.
Brought down back at the
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12.
All right. 118. Let's hurt. Hey, south. Red. Hey, Uno Mars.
3rd and long for him here. Complete beyond the marker. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains. Here's 1st and 10 from the 47.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Swap. Another swap.
To the air, Stroud. And screen here to blue. And he has this one past the 15. Will start downhill into Bengals territory. Offense in the hurry up here.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 45-yard line.
Give on 2nd here to blue. And that's not what the offense dialed up. They stick him for a loss. It's going to be 3rd down.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now it becomes a critical 3rd down.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5.
All right. 118. Let's hurt. 19 Texas. 11.
From the gun, Stroud. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
On 4th down and 5, the offense staying out there.
Look the hot. Hey, Uno. 12. Why, Tony.
Stroud's going to throw for it. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Cam Taylor-Britt picks it off. And the Bengals take over on his 5th interception of the season. The 4th down call ends in a defensive highlight as he picks up the throw and gets his guys off the field.
You know, one way or another, it looked like they were going to get off the field that time, but it's so much sweeter as a defense to run off that field holding the ball. So many defensive coaches in this league preach it. It's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Not only the energy you create on your side, but a little seed of doubt you put in the quarterback's mind the next time he goes out to throw it.
No luck on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
Burrow out of the shotgun. Completed over the middle. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short game. I get a win, too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
If this quarterback gets out of the pocket, genuinely a coin toss whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put it in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
So on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal attempt. This from the right hash and a considerable distance.
What a season this guy's had. Yet to miss on a field goal this entire year. And I really hope I didn't just jinx him.
The kicking team out there now for the Bengals, and they're going to send this away. Return starts from the goal line. And he gets it up beyond the 20, but boy, did they plant him a few inches into the ground at the end of that run.
24-yard line.
All right, the Houston offense looks set, Brock. Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go.
On play action, here's Stroud. Bengals get to him and take him down. Looks like we have a player hurt on that one. We'll get a pause here, and the training staff out to look at C.J. Stroud. So after the sack, here comes 2nd and 11. They'll go play action. Connects on the crosser. Gets some space around midfield. Free inside the 30. Jalen Noel. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans just need 2 snaps to steal a lead. So Brock, good work there to finish off the drive in the end zone and retake the lead.
You just get this feeling every once in a while in games, this sucker's going to be a back-and-forth football game. So what a great job offensively to jump out in front here in the first half of play.
That one right down the middle. And the Texans push their lead to 6. The kicking team all ready for the Texans, and forward they run to send it away. On return, here comes Davis. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line.
On one, ready?
Bengals getting set, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10.
Here we go. 11.
Out of the shotgun, Burrow. Pass into the hands of Dalton Kincaid. And this is going to be out of bounds. Defense catches up to him near that 45. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And the Bengals have a 1st down. And what a jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line.
Here we go.
The Bengals 1st down.
11.
So before they get the snap away, we reach the end of the 1st quarter. It's an early advantage for the Texans. We'll make our return to NRG Stadium after this. Time for our 2nd quarter. It'll be Bengals football to begin. They're looking at 1st down here. Off the play fake, Burrow. And that's incomplete, but he might have done a little too much to cause that. Flag comes out, and this could be interference. So a little too much contact on the part of the defender, and the officials flag him for it. We've set it down from 37.
Let's get set.
Running it after the penalty. Had some room to work, and he took advantage, giving 7.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
11.
In play action here, Burrow. Going deep here for the end zone. He will score. It's a Cincinnati touchdown. The Bengals tie and can take the lead here in the 2nd.
That's some good old-fashioned playground football. Even at the elementary school, find the fastest kid and let him run.
Now they'll try the point after. Right down the middle. It's good. And they'll take the lead.
Bengals 10, Texans
9. The kicking team out there now for the Bengals, and they're going to send this away. From his own end zone, here we go. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
The Texans take over 1st and 10.
Texans to the line. 1st and 10. The give, it's Blue. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play. And it's not just in quarterbacks, Brock Huard, who got to have short memories. You tell me this too, defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
Shotgun now, 1st round. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Try and get it into Nico Collins. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
And the 11.
Hey, Uno more. Here we go. 18. What's that? 11. Hey.
3rd and long, they're going to throw. And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete, 4th down coming up.
That one really stings, Kate, because you want to convert there and not only keep this drive going for points, because now you're giving your opponent a chance to go pound that lead before halftime. That's a no-no.
Texans going to kick this away on 4th, and it's Tommy Tech. It's a fake from deep on their own half. And no success on the fake punch. That was way too tough to connect on the throw. That's a turnover on downs.
A bunch of these punters in the NFL today, I guarantee you, go back in the Wayback Machine, and they were quarterbacks back in high school. The difference now, well, they use their legs a lot more than their arm, and it showed right there. That was a dangerous call to go for it.
Here we go.
Try to throw a pass, and it sure blew up in their face.
And the drive starts out small, just 1 yard on that play.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down. After that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down.
Gun. 11 Thomas. Stop.
Burrow from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. Gain of about 8 here. Nice pickup, but he stopped a second before he can move those chains. Goes to the hurry up here. 3rd and short, it's Burrow. He brings it in. And he's going to be dropped with a big hit at the end of that. But the effort still sets him up with a 1st and goal.
Hey, Kate, they don't rightly care who it's going to go to in that situation. All they really care about are the results on 3rd down. And that's exactly the result they needed. Enough to keep this drive moving.
And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down. Moving quickly, trying to get set. Burrow to the air now. Dumped off to his running back. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals grow the lead to 7. All right, so this solid 1st half continues for Brock. They're into the end zone to extend their advantage.
And I think if you're a head coach, you've got to be very happy with the effort so far. You always preach about coming out strong, and they've been the ones dictating the tempo. As a result, they add to their lead.
That one splits the uprights. And the Bengals grow their lead to 8. The kicking team out there now for the Bengals, and they're going to send this away. He'll bring it out from a couple yards deep. We stop him right as he gets up past the 15.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
First look, a little pistol formation as they come to the line. 1st and 10. Blue here from the pistol. This drive is going to start out with a gain of 5 before they bring him down. Working quickly here.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd.
Stroud from the pistol. Has a man downfield. It's Collins. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. Looks like a player injured after that one. Yeah, our thoughts go to Nico Collins. He is shaken up. Hope it's nothing serious. So the big play gets him just beyond midfield. It's 1st down. They pitch it to him. And he's not going to be happy picking himself back up after this. They're sent backwards on 1st down.
Behind the line of
I think we both sensed it as the play was developing, Brock. It didn't look like either guy wanted the football, and you can see why with how well it played out defensively.
Yeah, there's two looks as a quarterback you hate to see on your teammate's face. When you throw your receiver into coverage and he gets smacked, and then when you pitch it out to the running back and he gets the negative yards on his stat sheet, yeah, that's one the quarterback's got to rectify.
What are you doing?
It's 3rd down and 12.
So a tough 3rd down upcoming. We've reached our 2-minute warning. More from NRG Stadium in just a moment. This drive is in trouble. Got to figure out 3rd and 12.
Now, what's that? 18, what's that? Hey, south. Why, Tony. Alert the hot. Hey.
And they'll throw 3rd and long. Toss. This is Moore. And this is going to get him into the red zone. He's at the 18-yard line. So a gain of 30 yards on that play. And it'll be a 1st down, Texans.
1st down.
Here we go.
1st and 10.
From the red zone on 1st. This is caught by Blue. That's going sniffed out quickly, shut down behind the line.
I know coordinator and quarterback going to be upset with that 1st down because you call a screen on 1st, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, that defense creates a negative play and sets them back behind the sticks.
Blue gets the handoff. And he'll get this across. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans earn the chance to tie before halftime.
Okay, that's just simply the difference-making edge that these elite running backs bring to you. A lot of backs can get you 10 yards, 20 yards, but the elite backs, they can take it to the house.
Stroud and the Texans looking to tack on 2 more.
The Texans will line up for the 2-point conversion.
We get a timeout now from the Bengals. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Defense had a chance to plan, now defending this 2-point try.
Here we go.
Here's Stroud throwing for it. And he can't bring it in. They don't get the 2 points.
Well, maybe some second guessing of that play after the miss. I think it was just an instant of the defense guessing the call correctly and right on the spot.
We're down to a 2-point difference as they send the kick away. Return starts from the goal line. He stopped on the run back of the 27.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10.
Gun.
Looking to throw, Burrow. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the drive begins with a rough 1st step there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Keep that quarterback nowhere to go. Let that pass rush get home.
Here's Burrow. Short pass brought in. Space pass for 35. Massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that 1st down. Cincinnati uses its 2nd timeout. Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10.
1st down, Cincinnati.
Now Burrow. He's going deep this time. Incomplete pass, and we're down to 12 seconds remaining. Dalton Kincaid, the intended target there. So that brings up 2nd down.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
11, Thomas.
On 2nd and 10, Burrow again. Escapes the pocket. Moving right, airs it out down the sideline. They got a hand on it, and now it's hold my partner back after this one. Captain Fundamental not happy that he didn't take the time to stop and get set before delivering that football. Gotta think that in part led to the turnover.
Yeah, Captain Fundamental because I couldn't run. Kind of like Tom Brady, right? But he's the essence of it. He's the GOAT. Why? Because he sets his feet. He's so fundamentally sound. The chance of interception so much higher when your fundamentals are no good.
It's okay, partner. It's gonna be okay. They'll turn to the ground game and just run this clock out. This is headed perilously close to their end zone, Brock. That tackle sends them backwards to the 4. Just before halftime, we get a timeout. Take it. Here's the final play of our first half.
On the quick, right? Yep. 18. Okay. Okay.
Now Blue. There he goes on the right side. Rolling into enemy territory. And somehow they've reached the end zone with no time remaining in the half.
Okay, we're not even to halftime, and this guy has already got a game's worth of success. And the great thing is that, yes, it benefits him individually, statistically, but you know it just sets the table for everybody else because that play-action pass should be devastating.
And his kick is good. What an ending to our opening half as they take the lead. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Well, if you love high-scoring games, no doubt you have been glued to your television so far. And no signs of slowing down as we begin our second half. Coverage team tracking him down as he reaches the 35.
That's exactly the way you want to come out of the locker room to begin the second half. And really, Kate, this third phase of the game, the special teams, you just see the boost and the energy they can give to their team when they deliver a nice return to start this second half.
Good starting field position awaits the Bengals as they get set for first and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. Some good running here as he gets him 7 on that first down carry.
That is just a great drive start. What every offense wants. Gives you a little bit of energy, a little juice, and now a really manageable second down.
7 yards on that last play, so this is second and 3. Back-to-back carries here. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. That one gains 7. And a fresh set of downs for Cincinnati.
Here we go. Here. 11.
Burrow setting the throw. And this one is launched downfield. He's got it inside the 10. He's got a Cincinnati touchdown. The Bengals take the lead right away in half number 2.
There's a good chance he wasn't even looking when that ball was released, but the crowd, well, the crowd let him know exactly what was going on. You could feel the swell of excitement whenever they take a deep shot. And it's only going to get louder now as they were able to connect.
11 MT, Kate. Here we go. 11.
Burrow will throw for it. And he's into the end zone. Successful play there. That makes the lead 3 points. And we'll pause here for an injured Texans player. Looks like he's shaken up, and they'll get someone out there to look at him. The kicking team out there now for the Bengals, and they're going to send this away. From a couple of yards deep, this is going to come out. He dodged the tackle. And this drive will start inside the 25. All right, the Houston offense looks set, Brock. Here's first and 10. They go play action with Stroud. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. He was looking for Colston Loveland. And it's going to be second down. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talked about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and you couldn't do it.
They get about 4 there. Need a little more than that now on 3rd and 6.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on third down, Kate. Take at least a little bite out of the big meal between them and the first down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
This defense, they had a plan, and they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
They go to punt on fourth down, and out heads Tommy Townsend. And this somehow is only going to be our first punt of the game. Only punted once in last week's loss, and he gets this one away. And this looks like it got just inside the 20 as it flew out, and indeed it did. They're putting the ball at the 19-yard line. Cincinnati into formation. It's 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he can reach that 40. It's again at 21 yards to pick up that first down.
Kate, that's the type of run that shines the light well on him as a runner, of course, but you got to give a lot of credit to everybody else. Those skill guys, when you have an outside run, they got to do their job. Not just the big boys up front, not just the running backs. That takes everyone on the perimeter blocking to get a big run like that.
First down, and they go right back to it. And some nice running there on that 7-yard gain. Make it 2nd down.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3. Another carry for him. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
Every offense in this league is looking for a back who can be an athlete and a bruiser at the same time. You feel lucky if you got one. Someone who can, well, eat up space when the lanes are open and deliver a little punishment to stretch plays when that tackler tries to meet him in the hole.
Decided to keep it, but couldn't escape the pressure there, and they catch it behind the line. Offense up to the line fast.
11 MT tight. 11 MT tight. 11 Thomas.
Burrow setting up the play action. Buys time, rolling right. Tried to connect, but it winds up incomplete.
That's what I call complimentary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down.
12, 10, 11, 11, 11. Stop.
3rd and long for him here. Forced out to his right. To the right side and wheeled in by Chase. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. What a play on 3rd and 13, and this drive will indeed continue.
Just excellent effort on that catch. And a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
And he'll gain about 7 on this one as he gets him down into the red zone.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there.
Here we go.
You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
Kate, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
3rd and 1, Burrow. And it's incomplete, so that's going to bring up 4th down.
That's one of those 3rd down situations where you're asking an awful lot of your man to make a play to keep this drive going. Too much of a contested catch there, unable to bring it in.
All right, they made the red zone, and it's touchdown or bust, it seems. They were lining up to go for this. Back to throw it. No good. The pass goes incomplete, and that lengthy drive ends with nothing but a turnover on downs.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
On 1st down, it's Blue. And he stopped quickly here. 2 yards on the play. We've got 2nd and 8. Offense in the hurry up here.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Off the play action. Here's Stroud. Buying some time right. Now he takes it. And this winds up being an excellent play for them from deep in their own territory, up approaching that 30-yard line. An even 10-yard gain on the play. And it'll be first down, Houston.
First and 10.
So we hit the end of the third quarter. It's the Texans who have it to start here, and they come in trailing on the scoreboard. Coming to the line for another first and 10.
Oh, 18. What's up?
They'll run this with Blue. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard. Looking quickly here.
1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Up the middle, Blue. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A gain of about 3, so a third of what they needed. 3rd and 6 coming up.
When you don't have great success on first down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune third down situation.
He's got it. Complete to Collins. And he is hauled down right at that midfield stripe. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
And the Texans first down.
Shotgun snap, he'll give to Blue. And this great effort winds up getting him well into enemy territory before he's brought down. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want in the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
And screen here to Blue. And they're all over that screen block. Didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. Offense to the line fast.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12.
Stroud off the play fake. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Dax Hill. And the Bengals get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season.
Obviously not the cleanest game without 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out and throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions.
Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. They'll set up here for the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Bengals make it a 10-point ball game.
32. Texans 22.
The kicking team out there now for the Bengals, and they're going to send this away. Returnable from the 1. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
All right, starting in the pistol this time, Brock. First and 10.
How was that? What? 18.
Now it's Blue. And he manages 6 yards to begin this one. We've got 2nd and 4. The dose of the hurry-up offense here.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Shotgun now for Stroud. Well secured by Jaden Higgins. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. Give him 13 on that play. And it'll be a first down, Texans.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
Here we go.
Here's Stroud on first and 10. Taking a chance to the end zone. And this is going to be a Houston touchdown. The Texans make it a 4-point game here in the fourth. Nico Collins with a touchdown. Wow, just perfect execution there, Brock. Nailing the fade for 6.
Yeah, when it comes to the fade route, it really is all about timing. And as you said, the execution of it. You have to have the matchup first, but then you need to go connect. A great play.
Texans 29.
Ball is set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Fields this one at the 3. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30.
At their own 29-yard line.
On 1, ready?
First call here coming from the shotgun.
Here we go, here we go. Shot.
Burrow dumps it off to his running back. Hits a seam at the 40. And they'll finally get him at the 47-yard line. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And the Bengals have a first down.
18 on the play.
Gun.
First down, Cincinnati.
Out of the shotgun, Burrow sends this to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals make it a 9-point advantage. Looking to tack on the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Bengals make it a 10-point ball game.
39. Texans 49.
The kicking team out there now for the Bengals, and they're going to send this away. He's going to return it from a yard or 2 deep. This makes it up to the 25.
Texans take over first and 10.
All right, working from the gun to start. First and 10.
Here we go. 18. What's that?
They'll start the drive with blue. Daniel managed 3 there to begin this one. 2nd and 7 coming up.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now second down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3-and-out.
That takes us to the 2-minute warning in Houston. Texans got to score in a hurry. Second down now, they need 7.
All right. 18. 19 Texans.
On play action, here's Stroud. Trying to push deep downfield. He's got it deep downfield. This is going to be down to, looks like about the opposing 36 for their next snap.
6 yards.
This play goes for 36. And it'll be first down, Houston. The clock rolls as the Texans try to hurry their offense to the line.
11.
Stroud off of play action. He smartly won't risk anything here. He just chucks this away.
They would sure love to connect on some of these intermediate throws, those chunk throws. Getting a completion like that, well, not only does it spark your offense, but it just sets you up for even more aggressive play calling.
Here we go. 118. What's that? Hey, Uno Mars.
Back to the air they go on second. Stroud getting out to his left. Now the Bengals have it. And they can't cobble a return together, but they do have the football. They've got it on their side of the field.
You're using this play to try for a first down, but also set up what's ever in your back pocket for third down. But you know what? Throw it all away. None of it matters now if you can't hang on to the doggone football. And the defense pounces on that one in a hurry.
Big 13. Dot.
They're going to pass it here. And they get to him as he's trying to make something happen. And after one play, this drive might already be in trouble. It's going to push him back for second down.
Yeah, this is a time where offensively you got to regroup. You got to get in that huddle. You know, quarterback is the most important leadership position. Everyone's looking at you. And as a QB, after taking a sack like that, golly, you got to flush it, instill some confidence, and move this ball forward.
180.
Oh, Gronk, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Hate to be Mr. Negative guy, but a sack 2 plays ago, an incompletion right there. All that's missing, Kate, is an interception on this play. And you're going to hand this quarterback a misfortune trifecta that nobody wants.
Here we go. 180. 11 MT tape.
3rd and long. Here's Burrow. He intercepts it. That is exactly what they needed. And they get a touchdown. Defense scores and gives them some small hope here. You want to know how strong the coverage was there? And they even had that underneath throw locked down, Brock, and he took it the other way.
It's really, really hard to find a better rep than that one in coverage. You're so spot on. Covered it down the field. Usually a gimme to the running back. The only thing was a gimme was give me 6.
So down inside the final minute, they're ready to try the onside kick. And that's the Bengals who are on that one. And that's a wrap on this ball game. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. Bengals getting set, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10.
11. Here we go.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. He's brought down after a gain of about 6 inside the 40. Timeout coming from the Texans. That's their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. 7 yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3. Back to the well again. And he picks up the first down for the Bengals. And that is the last thing they need to lock away this win. Houston calls it 2nd timeout. And they'll have just 1 left to burn now.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine. And that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost. And he busts those tackles.
And this give not as fruitful. They're on him quicker this time. He's not going to get back to the line of scrimmage. Final timeout called by the Texans. That's all they had. So the offense free to start running the clock down now. All right, here we go. 2nd down.
11 MT. 11. 180. 12. 11.
Here he is to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. That was Jamar Chase he was looking for there. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
That's a throw at this level. So much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. That'd be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
4 yards narrows the distance a bit, but still some yardage left here on 4th down.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
11. Get set. Big 13.
He's back to throw. Got his man. Hopkins has it. And they come through to stay on the field. That is enough to set this offense up for the 1st and goal. So the Bengals take this one on the road.